Hey everybody, welcome back to We Are Podcast Network. This is We Are Air Season 1, Episode 20, We Love Kevin Smith. If this is your first time checking out the podcast, thank you so much. Please go to your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, or iTunes, and give We Are Podcast a like. And if you get a chance, head over to our social media. All links can be found in the description. We're at Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at /We Are Podcast. With that said, on to the podcast.
We are Error.
Oh, what'd you give Hobbs?
Fireball! Fireball!
I love Fireball.
Got them fireballs.
Fireballs.
Yeah. Fireballs. I love it. All right, everybody, welcome to the We Are Air podcast. This is Duck. I am here with
Jake.
and
Hav.
And ladies and gentlemen, what is the We Are Air podcast? It's a podcast where we talk about movies, entertainment, whatever the fuck we want to talk about. And this week, we're going to start with movie reviews. Movie reviews.
Boom,
So-
nope, I'm not going to do it. It's for movie news. I can already do
no.
the guitar solo.
Well, what is it for the movie reviews?
Movie reviews!
You know you want to watch it.
Widdly wah!
There we know.
Okay, so movie reviews. All right.
reviews.
So, evidently there was a movie release this week on Netflix, and I know for a fact there was because I watched it because Jake said to me, "Hey, Duck, you should definitely watch this." And I went, "Oh, yeah, what's that about?" It's a movie called Abducted. So my first thought was it was the aliens. And I hate fucking alien stuff.
Me too.
Alien stuff. Tried to play it off like I did on purpose. Alien stuff freaks me out, though, because when I was a kid, I watched a documentary tape I got from church, because our church had a library,
With documentary
about
tapes.
how the aliens I'm watching, I'm like, why the fuck is this at church? The kicker was, the third act of the documentary was that aliens are actually demons in disguise.
Oh,
So
fuck.
ever since I was a child, and the demons kind of look like the imps from Doom with all the hair and like the big teeth, freaked me
I
out.
thought you were
dude.
watching Kingdom of the Crystal Skulls or something.
That freaks me out too. Just
There was
because
like
it's
3 Christian movies and then that one.
So
fucked
this
up my own
movie
joke.
Abducted,
I'm super
Javi.
fucking, my God,
Good.
I
had
can
CBD water.
feel it.
I took the hit and I had the fodder shower ball. I'm the fodder shower ball.
God damn.
This is going to be fun.
The
Should I
shot
say it?
fireball.
Is this where I say it?
Say it.
That's easy for you to say.
Yeah, it's easy for you to say, Hobbs. So the movie Abducted, I'm like, what's it about? And Jake says, just watch it. Go ahead and give us kind of an idea of what it was. We're going to spoil this, by the way, so if you are going to watch Abducted in Plain Sight, which is not about aliens, skip forward.
So I guess the summarization on Netflix is a man convinces a family to let them abduct their daughter.
Yes.
Period. Twice. Period.
Yes.
Like,
And you know what? Javi's giving big eyes right now, but like it's not even, that's tame
So
compared to what it becomes.
it takes place in the late 60s, early 70s, I believe.
In like Utah or
Yeah,
Idaho or
this
something like
is
that?
in Utah, and they're members of the Church of Latter-day Saints.
Mm-hmm.
They're Mormons. But they don't really they don't touch on it that much. But this guy, he weasels his way into their family because he has an obsession with their 12-year-old daughter.
Yes.
And he plays the whole family like a fucking fiddle. He fucks around with the mom. He gets a hand job from the dad. Like,
Whoa.
yeah,
Whoa.
yes. All of this, like, just to have blackmail dirt on them so he can take their fucking daughter freely, pretty much. It's insane. And these people, like, they just keep falling for it. Like, okay.
It's so crazy. This is what I'm saying. It's literally White Trash the documentary.
Oh, my God.
It is the craziest thing I've ever seen. Because at first you're just like, well, how did he do this? This guy's obviously creeping on the little girl. And then, go ahead. No, go ahead.
The mom tells the story. Go ahead.
No, the mom literally is like, she's like, well, we went to, one day he took me up to the mountains and he made out and he grabbed my breast. And as she's telling it, she's smiling. Like,
Yeah.
she's remembering it with
She had a great
fondness.
time.
Yeah. And then later, she's like, but we didn't do anything else. And then the father, directly after this is 11 minutes into the documentary.
Like a day later.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, he took me up to the woods and the mountains and we were looking at the stuff and he goes, my wife can't fuck me no more. I just need to release. So I gave him a hand job. And I'm like,
Yeah. No, like, so I was already making the joke in my head, like, so,
Javi's freaking out.
so the mom tells that story, and then it's like, oh, the next day he's hanging out with the dad, and I'm like, oh, let me guess, he fucked the dad also, and he's like, we're driving around, and
And he said it like it was nothing. And at this point, I'm like,
he looked down at his stuff and he said he needed a release. And I said, well, I don't do that. And he said, come on, it's just kid stuff.
Yeah, and then so I jerked him off.
It is the saddest day of my life.
Yeah, and then you're like, and then later, okay, he did this. He seduced the family, the parents, so he could eventually get to the little girl, I was like, I can't watch this because my feeling of pedophiles take them out in the fucking woods and blow their brains out.
That's
I don't
the
care.
fucking
motherfucker, dude.
But like,
he's truly an evil genius.
The only reason I kept watching it is because you said, no, you have to keep watching it. Because I couldn't, they were talking some nasty shit, and I was like, I can't handle it. He's like, you need to keep watching this. It gets nuts. And not only does he kidnap the little girl, takes her to Mexico, marries her.
Yes.
Then they bring her back. The little girl's brainwashed because he brainwashes her. He makes her think that she's been abducted by aliens with him. And that's why it played in. She woke up in this little caravan next to a thing, and it's playing tapes. Dude, it's nuts.
Yeah,
it's
she
nuts.
thought she was been abducted by aliens, and he's leaving a tape recorder with his recording of this voice of some Martian or some shit saying that she has to have sex with this guy B to save the fucking planet, pretty much.
It's the craziest white trash.
I don't think I want to see this.
No, you don't. It's the craziest white trash bullshit, but the thing is, it keeps going. And no matter how low the bar gets, it goes lower.
They just go hold my beer. We're about to get this.
Even the police are like, well...
Literally, the police at one point are just like, they're fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Fucking white trash bullshit. And that's literally, it's white trash the documentary. And as a guy who's been in many white trash situations, it is the perfect representation of how shit will spiral when you're in a white trash relationship.
Takes the cake, though. Like I said,
Dude,
I mean, he's like
crazy.
an evil genius.
Dude, I don't think
he used it. Like if he used his powers for good, he probably could have saved the fucking world. But
Pure
this guy
manipulation.
just. And
Don't even know how he did it. Like, were they fucking... They had to have been inbred and half retarded.
He had a face only a stupid fucking family could love.
Yeah, he literally looks like John Denver. That's what I kept thinking. I was like, fucking John Denver.
John Denver looks like a
on
pedo.
my shoulders.
Yeah, he raped the whole family. Dude, it was crazy.
Dude.
And like I said, I don't blame the kid. She's a kid. But the parents were idiots.
Yeah, and Jan, the oldest daughter, she looks the best out of all of them, too.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, damn, Jan.
Yeah, she took care of herself.
And then her sisters are like, ew, what happened here? I can see why she was the abducted one.
Jesus.
If I had to choose one, it would have been Jan, also. I'm just saying.
The darkest fucking thing ever.
I'm not going to actually fucking abduct Jan, bro.
Dude, what's even funnier is that it's the darkest thing that was ever said was, yeah, I was in a three-way once. I fucked a pregnant chick.
Yeah, well, I mean, she was pregnant, but, whatever.
Still counts.
No, dude, it was fucked up. Like, if you want to watch something fucked up, watch that documentary. But like I said, stick with it because literally Jake had to be like, just keep watching. I'm like, I can't. He's like, keep watching.
Yeah.
Like, it was literally, you fucking Clockwork Orange me. You had the toothpicks under my eyes and shit.
Yeah.
It was nuts. I also
Bro, that's like the second most fucked up thing I heard today, man.
What is?
What was the first most fucked
The
up?
fucking you talking about like your dreaming shit. It reminded me of a video I saw on E-Bombs World when I was 12. Like this body that's on the highway, just like no head.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it started twitching. The body gets up and fucking starts walking like.
Whoa!
Shut up.
It's on police dash cam.
Let me see it.
I'm not gonna pull this up. It was like
I
fucking years
couldn't.
ago, like 2004 and shit.
It was fake.
Yeah,
It was
has to
not
be.
fake.
Yeah, it was.
Dude, are you serious?
I'm
No
serious.
way. Body's not gonna.
It got up and just started walking. Seriously,
fucking crazy.
it started Christopher Walken.
Wow.
Yeah, find that video real quick.
No, I don't want to.
Javi is freaking out right now.
I wanna see
Javi,
the
get up and move around, dude, if you need to.
Huh?
You keep moving around like you're...
No, I'm looking for something actually.
What are you looking for?
I think I lost my inhaler. I know, fucking nerd.
Nerd.
All right, Javi,
Just
find
one
it. You're
fucking
the...
moment.
Because you brought up the whole old
I don't
school
believe
Rotten.com stuff.
E-Bombs World or some shit.
Was it on Rotten.com?
No, I don't fuck around.
Do you remember Rotten.com?
Yeah.
Did y'all go to Rotten.com?
That and Gore Gallery.
Do you remember Faces of Death?
Yeah, the fakes
What's
of
that
death.
shit? What's that
Whatever.
shit?
Whatever, man.
No,
It's
it
so
actually
freaking
is.
out.
Interspersed with a few clips of like real footage.
All
but
I know is
most
the
of
one
it's
where
fake.
supposedly it's the guy who was stalking the guy and just starts stabbing him in the face. That shit looked real to me. That freaked me out. I was actually going to try to find that Faces of Death so we could watch it sometime.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
That would
And-
be fun.
No.
You can't do it?
No.
No?
You giant fucking pussy.
Why not?
I've seen this shit plenty of times in my life. In
So
real
then why don't
life.
you want to watch it with us?
Yeah.
No, I know. I meant like I've actually seen actual murders happen in front of me.
Oh,
so
shit.
I'm good. on seeing it on
so
TV.
you're good on watching fake murders then?
Yeah, it's not.
Because I know that guy's going to get to go home
It's
at the end
not-
of the day of shooting and go home to his family.
It's not real though. Faces of Death isn't.
Some of them are, though.
Some of them are though.
Like the alligator is, I think.
Yeah, the parachuting guy into the fucking alligator pit.
Have you watched it before, Javi?
I've seen it. It was not for me.
Yeah. We're gonna Clockwork Orange you and
Bro,
the
this
two
is
picks
gonna
under your
burn my-
eyes. All right.
I finally broke down and saw Bird Box. What a piece of shit.
Oh, all
It is.
right. What's the review of Bird Box? From
Awful,
Hobbs?
awful,
All right,
awful.
Hobbs. Why was it awful?
Like
It was just...
assorted salted awful.
Yeah. Is that why? Wait.
That was an RDR too. Fuck you for the fucking get it.
Okay. Okay. All right. Go ahead. What was
The premise
what
was
that?
fucking stupid. It was just like A Quiet Place, but worse.
Okay.
It was like if the sci-fi network said, you know what? We want to do A Quiet Place, but have it be a sci-fi Quiet Place.
Did you
Bird
want-
Box.
Did you want to do the Bird Box challenge
No.
afterwards?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I heard about that. I didn't think it was real, but it turned out to be shockingly true.
Yeah.
People were driving cars with blindfolds on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like, ooh, I hope you fucking die
Yeah.
and win the Darwin.
I did it. I jerked off with the blindfold on. It was great.
Well, yeah.
It was awesome, dude.
a real Bird
Box.
But that was before I watched Bird Box.
Yeah.
And then I got a Bird
They
Box.
stole
right
my
at the time.
idea.
It was
That's
like-
pretty much the whole movie, anyways.
It is.
Yeah.
That's still. It steals a lot from The Mist. Like you
Yeah.
said, A Quiet Place a little
Yeah.
bit. I liked it though. I enjoyed it for what it was. Oh, I watched Once Upon a Deadpool. You guys watched it yet?
No.
Oh, I didn't know it was out.
Honestly, no need. Just watch whatever clips with Fred Savage online. You're good.
Yeah.
It literally is the movie with 10 minutes of Fred Savage added, and they cut out all the cool shit.
Yeah, they removed all the blood. How did they do that with the fucking rip in half scene? How did handle
They
that?
show it. It literally cuts to Deadpool and Fred Savage just looking at each other like shocked.
Oh, okay.
And then it cuts back, and you only just see half of him, but it doesn't show the actual him
Yeah.
being ripped apart. Same with a lot of the close-up violence. And a lot of the stuff that was CGI'd later, like at the beginning scene where he's going through and killing everybody, it's just no blood, basically. So, does it work as a PG-13? Yeah, it could work, but all the stuff I wanted to see, the hard R stuff, was gone. And that was the fun stuff where, the 90s action movie where you're like, fuck yeah! So, I think that they were trying to gauge what they wanted to do with Deadpool after that, and they've decided that he will stay rated R.
Yes.
Because they know that's where the money making is. That movie made like $800 million.
Well, fucking Stevie Wonder could have told you that. And that guy's old and blind.
Damn.
Nicely done, Javi.
What did Stevie do?
It was so funny, I couldn't even laugh, dude. Because I was like, valid point.
Yeah.
Fucking valid point.
I mean, it's not funny, but it's real.
And also, what did Stevie do to you?
Nothing. I like Stevie Wonder.
He's mad
Do you
because
know
he got
him?
like
That
fucking.
motherfucker waving at me!
Yeah. He's pissed off that Stevie's got fucking 50-yard line fucking front row seats at Super Bowl and he can't fucking see.
He can hear the ball
Yeah,
whooshing by,
like-
but not at this Super Bowl because, as we all know, they didn't.
There were no balls wishing by.
It didn't happen.
God, that game was brutal.
What was it,
Be
somebody said,
boring.
imagine spending $5,000 on some Maroon 5 tickets at a punting contest.
A little bit of flag football. Yeah, people aren't taking well to that in Maroon 5, are they? Did you guys watch it?
I could tell from the pictures I got all I need. I didn't need to see it.
Yes, it's the same here. I pieced it together like
Yeah,
Bird Box.
you could literally look at the picture. Nice of that. You could look at the picture, put on your radio, and it'll play Maroon 5 within 10 minutes,
God.
and it'll be the exact same thing.
Ugh.
Except for once again,
Horrible.
he makes old women's pussies wet.
I don't know why, though.
Because...
I don't see it.
Because he went into a tattoo parlor and said, give me the number 17, the number 13, the number 34. I want this cat with a
Give
needle
me the
going
basic
through its
bitch
eye.
package.
Yeah.
Are you calling him out?
Yeah, I am.
Wait, alright, so it's Kylo Big Bitch Red.
No, it's
Kyle
Kyle
Thick
Thick Bitch Red.
And it's Adam Basic Bitch Levine.
Yep.
Alright, just make sure.
He's a latte.
I
He's
think
a
he had
fucking
that
latte.
tattooed on his stomach, didn't he?
Yeah, Basic
He's like
Bitch.
California.
Yeah.
Like,
It was like Tupac, but gayer.
Y'all ready for this? Movie news. Evidently, this is old news, but I didn't know. Capcom is making a live-action Mega Man movie. Boom! I love Mega Man. I love Capcom. I love movies.
Oh,
It's a
I think
perfect fix.
Hobby thinks Mega Man's faggy.
Yeah.
I
What's
love-
up with that?
no, I love the opposite of what I'm feeling right now.
Yeah, you don't want to
To
see
you.
a live-action.
I don't care about Mega Man.
You get fucking wet like an old woman for Adam Levine over How to Train Your Dragon 3.
Motherfucker.
But,
Wait.
but you don't like Mega Man?
No.
You literally were crying in the movie theater when How to Train Your Dragon 3 trailer came
First of all, they're making another one.
It was crazy, dude. You started eating popcorn just a little bit faster to deal with your emotions. But you can't deal with a Mega Man movie?
I just don't like Mega Man.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta side with Javi. I'm not a huge Mega
He's
Man
a punk ass
fan.
Astro Boy. That's all he is. And even the Astro Boy movie was garbage.
Astro is gay. Mega Man is queer.
Gay.
But,
At best.
but I like him. I mean, obviously.
Obviously.
You see the new decorations? Obviously, I like it.
Yes, but gay.
So do they have anybody slated to play in it yet? They just announced it.
$5 doesn't ever gets made because it's kind of gay.
Where are you,
this news
He's got a giant fucking fleshlight on his arm.
an hour and a half of pew 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 right on the dick.
He's shooting poon bricks. This guy's a fag.
He just
Yeah,
shoots
like, it's gonna
lemons.
be like that.
There is a terrible fan-made movie of Mega Man that's live action that is online. If you ever get a chance to look at it,
I'm probably gonna watch that tonight.
One
actually.
of the worst things you'll ever see. And yes, you're right. Mega Man live action. I don't know how the fuck.
Do they make like the Mega Man armor out of like pool toys
It
and shit
looks
like that?
terrible.
Yeah.
It is like
Cardboard,
floaties and
yeah.
shit like that.
But-
You know, I used to do that when I was a kid. Though, I put the floaty.
Yeah, you just said it right there.
Yeah,
You
fuck
were
yeah.
a kid.
No, I did it last week. Did I
Oh,
say I was a
jeez.
kid? You guys, it's winter out. No one's by the pool. I was out there chucking chairs.
Oh yeah!
Mega Man! He gonna get Mega Man! What is that? The Alabama Man?
Yes.
All right, really? I mean, ready? Ready for the really ready? Did you all
Really?
see the new Aladdin trailer
Sadly, and much to
With-
my very real chagrin, yes.
with Will Smith doing Blueface?
I'm afraid I blew myself.
Yeah.
This is a serious
What did you guys
chosen
think?
words right there.
No.
No? Just no.
No.
I sent you the screenshot, and I was like, "Oh, this looks pretty interesting." And then I saw the fucking trailer,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Fuck this."
Yeah. So
They should have just made it all CGI. Like
They should have not
he
touched
looks
it.
CGI. That's
He
the thing.
is. They
The
just
whole
they
thing.
superimpose his face on there.
Yeah, the
That's
whole
the only
thing
thing.
looks ridiculous.
Like it,
Why did they do
They
it?
should have just made
It
the
should have been
face
made,
CGI
period.
also.
I just don't get it. It doesn't move right. It doesn't look right. It looks like the Scorpion King,
Yeah.
like a terrible rock
Yeah.
CGI from like 1999. It's bad.
Yes.
Why did
Very
they do
much
it?
so.
Why? And then Jafar's voice doesn't sound like Jafar. I mean, I got a high pitched voice, but you're gonna do Jafar. You know, the lower
Yeah.
voice. Like, and he's just like, "Ooh, Aladdin, get in that fucking." I was like, "You fucking fag!" Like, what
You know
is
that
this?
you would have been better off using the same puppet for Goro and just painting the shit blue, and that would have been a better genie.
Wait, for the what?
The puppet for Goro.
What was that noise? Yeah, it's not good though. Evidently, the rest of the internet agreed with us.
Countless amounts of memes.
Yeah, it's not
It
good.
is bad.
My favorite one was Will Smith's genie is what appears in your room when you have sleep paralysis.
I can see that actually.
The shadow over your shoulder.
Oh god.
And are they gonna it's gonna be the songs, right, from the original movie, right? So Will Smith will be singing.
No, I guarantee he's gonna be. I don't want to sound racist, but it's gonna sound racist.
All right, go ahead.
He's gonna be rapping like "Never Had a Friend Like Me."
What?
Yeah, most likely. He's gonna be beatboxing that same beat he does in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Boom, chicka, boom, boom, chicka, boom, boom. He's gonna be doing that shit, but "Never Had a Friend Like Me." Mic drop.
What was the
Shit.
What was more racist to me was the booch.
He does that.
I don't know why.
That's his signature beatbox noise.
What did you throw?
That was my inhaler. Can you do that back?
Yeah, you
actually?
probably-
I made another mic drop moment in the future.
Weren't you just looking for that?
I was. And then I
Yeah, no wonder he loses it all the time.
There's always
Check
mic
it.
drop it with it. Fuck you, Pele!
Yeah, I really don't know how it's going to work out because the whole thing looked terrible. So, Chris Pratt, evidently he's being considered for Batman. How would you guys feel about a Chris Pratt Batman?
I don't know.
Chris Pratt, man.
Yeah, Prattman.
He's not
Prattman Begins.
He doesn't have the grizzled nature to Batman.
You don't think
He's like a Boy
I
Scout.
think he's too funny
Yeah.
to be Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, shouldn't they go with somebody
I don't
who's
see
like...
him
A little
being
more
serious.
Yeah. So who would you guys cast as Batman? Fuck it. Right now, we're casting Batman.
Rainn Wilson.
Super's Rainn Wilson? He can play serious.
That's the most pathetic Bruce Wayne I've ever seen, but that would be pretty cool, though.
I was just playing.
Who would you cast? I mean, we all know Josh Brolin would have made an awesome Batman.
Yeah.
They should have done it.
Fuck,
But instead he got to
dude.
be Thanos and Cable in the
I
same
still
year.
think John Hamm could work. I don't
John
care
Hamm
how
would be
old
the
he is.
shit, yeah. I would love to see John Hamm. And then you could go cosplay as Batman. It would work out great.
Oh, here we go.
What do you think?
I have to go John Hamm too.
Yeah? So we're just all going to go John Hamm, right?
Yeah, we're gonna
Right.
let's go Hamm on Hamm.
I say they go Matt Damon. Fuck
Ham
with,
Man.
fuck with
Matt
Ben
Ham.
Affleck really bad if they get Matt Damon to do it.
Yeah.
It's just like, he's like, how do you like them apples, huh? I'm Batman.
well, I got the cow. How do you like them apples?
I forgot to mention, there is somebody who threw their hat in the ring this week for the role of Batman. Not a younger guy.
Chris O'Donnell.
Nope, but close. It's a Chris. You want to guess one more time?
Hemsworth.
Nope. Think Law and Order.
D'Elia.
Think Law and Order.
Chris Maloney?
Chris Maloney.
Bro.
Now here's the problem, Chris Maloney. This is how this works. You were already in Man of Steel. You can't be Batman because
Who
it's
was
still
he in Man of
extended.
Steel?
He played just
Yeah,
random
he was,
badass general.
Yeah, he was a fucking
barely spoke.
military man.
Oh, the
yeah.
guy that went up to the hot
Yeah.
chick with
The guy who was a bigger badass than Superman was in
He
that
was,
movie.
man. That guy, he was badass.
But
He went out
goddamn,
champ.
can you imagine Chris Maloney as fucking Batman?
Right.
That'll be fucking dope.
Dude, Chris Maloney's the shit.
Have you seen him in Happy?
Dude, I've seen Chris Maloney in everything.
Have
Chris
you seen him
Maloney's
in
my
Happy?
fucking hero. With his cross eyes and all
Have
that
you
bullshit.
seen him in
He
Happy?
is cross-eyed, right? I'm not crazy, right?
You're crazy.
You're crazy.
He doesn't have a cross eye?
I think he does it for
I
certain
think he-
characters. He
I
did
think
it for the KKK member and Will and Harold and Kumar go to fucking Guantanamo Bay.
Still, when he played Freak Show, man, you go in there, you fuck my wife, have a
Yeah.
good time. Just don't forget, don't do anything the good Lord wouldn't do. Fucking
Whatever.
fucking
you just
greatest.
I heard everything you just said.
And once again, that girl looked like my first girlfriend. That
Malin
same girl.
Ackerman.
Oh my god.
Forgot she was the one.
Oh, sweet Jesus. All right, Javi, bring up the thing that you were pissed about earlier. The live action.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Go ahead. What
Just
is,
God. Why?
That's the
Why?
news,
Oh,
ladies.
why?
That's the news, ladies and
Not
gentlemen.
only is it going to be a sequel, it may be a complete redoing of the movie in live action. It does
Oh,
not
you
need to
mean
be
the-
Why'd
touched.
you
You
sound like
mean-
Shatner?
You mean
In
the
live action?
the 2010s thing where the sequels are reboots and the reboots are sequels and
Exactly.
nobody knows the
I'm
fucking
just-
difference
No one knows.
I
anymore?
fucking
No one
hate it.
knows.
Just stop it. Don't ruin Nightmare Before Christmas. You already tainted the fuck out of Aladdin. You're going to taint the fuck out of The Little Mermaid. Don't touch Nightmare Before Christmas, please. I'm just asking you, Disney. Do me this fucking solid. Drop it. Make some more original shit. Leave the fucking reboots and sequels alone.
So you're gonna go see the new Lion King.
I'm most likely going to see that piece. By the way, that is not even live action. That is CGI.
Yeah.
The balls of those motherfuckers.
Yeah.
You call that live action?
It's an
beyond-
animated movie
Dude.
still.
I
Oh,
feel
but
like
we
I
got
need
live action.
This is
cinema.
a good rant.
Fuck you.
I need a pamphlet, like one of those Sunning hats, and I'd be like, preach it, son.
And I'm just saying, if
He
you
needs a top hat and a pamphlet. He needs to be on a street corner
Yeah.
fucking preaching
Screaming.
that
I'm just
shit.
saying, if you're just gonna use live scenery and call that live action, that's fucking Cool World, and I don't even
Yeah.
consider Cool World a fucking animation.
I think that they won't go with this, though, the night before.
I
don't
bet
see
you they
it.
will.
You think they will?
Yeah.
You know what, but honestly, does it matter? It does, because I want to hear you do it again. Go on your little rant, dude. You were literally number one answering the whole time, too. You were throwing it to the board. Like, y'all couldn't see it, but Javi kept pointing at, like, an invisible
I'll tell you another
board.
thing, motherfucker.
Yeah, it was great, because I kept going like, oh, is he Steve Harvey in this shit? He's getting a number one.
There's all them corners out of order.
It was
I would
awesome.
just say it's fucking bullshit. Just leave it alone.
So how do you feel about all these? I mean, you
I
were
don't
fine
like
with
them.
Beauty and the Beast, Stan Stevens. You love that shit, remember?
that was a good one, and I think that may have been the fluke.
You were all like, I'd
That's
go down
gonna
on
be
him
the
in the
only.
church pew.
That's gonna be the one time out of the 9 times out of 10 that they got something right.
I got a far-fetched idea, but let's just make some new stuff.
Yeah,
Why do I need to fucking not? Why do I need to see a remake of fucking Nightmare Before Christmas
Right.
live action? Just write something fucking new.
This is what
It's like fucking Fast and Furious 9, Hobbs and Shaw. Like that's not a Fast and the Furious movie. They just
I'm also saying I don't like this because ever since Pixar's been shit for the last 10 years because they have nothing but sequels, and it's apparently it's like spreading.
Oh yeah, you don't like Coco?
You don't like Coco?
Dude, first
Coco's
of all,
a
Coco was the
sequel? What?
shit, and so was Inside
Oh wait, I
Out.
forgot Coco's a
But-
sequel to The Good Dinosaur.
Was it?
The Good Dinosaur. That movie is garbage.
It was alright.
It's trash.
It's
Is what
trash.
it is. Airplanes suck a dick,
Airplanes can't.
Cars?
suck a dick. Airplanes is only a Disney movie though.
That's a Disney movie.
but it
Don't
was
throw
made
that
by
on
Pixar.
Don't throw that on Pixar.
No.
Nope. That
It was
sure?
it was just modeled after Pixar's style design for
And
Cars.
then you got Cars, the Cars series, man. Fuck that series.
Cars
man.
was fun.
No, it wasn't.
In what world, Duck?
I've watched Cars 1 like 50 times. It used to be my go-to-bed movie.
Oh my god.
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
Javi, stop giving me the death glare, dude.
But you know what? You're right to get that glare because Cars is like the shitty fucking
it
Pixar
is.
movie.
I like
That
it.
that
I like
trip,
Bugs Life too.
Pixar's
I
downhill
like Bugs
slope.
Life, all right.
I like
Bugs Life is
Heinlein.
better than Cars.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Me taking the shit is better than Cars.
So what
I mean,
was
that's
this?
right. Actually, I saw that like 5 times.
So you're not gonna watch the new Lion King, like Jake
I'm
said.
most likely going to watch it. I'm
Okay.
just not going to like it.
The whole time you're gonna sit there, arms folded, going,
I'm getting a phone call.
that's fine.
I'm going to go into this like I went into Venom.
"What? Venom?
Just like 5 minutes.
we had fun at Venom."
Yeah,
Fucking Venom.
he's a fucking bitch at him.
All right, I'm gonna skip all
I don't mean to bitch about these free tickets in this awesome movie theater, but this movie's garbage.
Yeah.
Okay, so Star Wars Episode 9 news. Lando Calrissian reportedly has a very small role.
No way.
The Lando?
Why would they only give the 81-year-old Billy D. Williams a small role in that movie? Is it because kind of like Princess Leia, she couldn't stand up for more than 2 minutes?
Yeah.
You think that's what it is?
Yeah, because I saw him at Fan Expo last year, and he was in
Is he
rough looking
old?
shape. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Do you think he can still put on the cape and the yellow cape and don it?
Well,
He might
people
be
can
able
put it
to.
on for him.
I know he can still drink some Colt 45.
Yeah, the Colt 45. Billy D was the shit, wasn't he?
Oh, yes.
Lord. Why did we never... I guess we did get Harvey Two-Face and
Yeah,
Billy D
but
in the
I
Lego
don't want
movie.
my fucking Billy D
Yeah.
Two-Face.
I do too, man. That would be awesome. Also, Episode 9's title might have leaked already. Have you guys heard what it might be?
Mark Hamill
Now,
said
there
it was
was-
an episode of Futurama.
He did say that. We talked about that last
Did
week.
we?
The episode of Futurama was the lesser of two evils, I believe is what it was.
And that's the name of the title.
Supposedly, only J.J. Abrams, not even Kathleen Kennedy, knows what the title of Episode 9 is to this point. But they have released information that it's probably Star Wars Episode 9 Balance of the Force. How do we feel about that?
Yeah. Well, that's what we talked about. There can be Jedi or...
Dude, I also had this weird thought, Balance of the Force. What if Kylo Ren and other chick, Rey, they like powder
You said
them?
it like it's a side bitch and shit like
No,
that.
Other chick.
Yeah,
Oh,
other
Rey,
chick.
the
Who's
Master
the main
Jedi.
chick?
What if
Yeah.
they powder themselves together?
What do you mean they powder?
You remember the movie Powder?
Yeah.
Jeff Goldblum, white, very
Yeah, but
Yeah, the
Okay,
director
that's
raped
not-
children.
Star Wars said that powder wasn't canon already.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm just saying,
In another far, far away
at
galaxy,
the end of Powder,
a white boy.
at the end of Powder, he opens up his shirt, he runs, and he gets absorbed by lightning. What if that happens to those two? What if they just like say,
And then they form...
Pretty much what happened to Mark Hamill at the end of The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
He just became one with the Force.
No, at the end of Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, whenever Station collides. And they
Oh,
make a bigger
yeah, they make
station.
big station.
Yeah, and then they're in the fucking rock band.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what it is. Fuck yeah.
Speaking of Bill and Ted,
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about this.
Bill and Ted 3 is slated to start production very soon. They said that we can have it by Christmas this
we're
coming
good?
year. If we're good. And also,
I'm being real good.
they have a title. It's Bill and Ted Face the Music.
Fuck yeah. I've heard rumors of the plot synopsis is, you know, they're middle-aged. They haven't done what they were supposed to do. They haven't written the song that changes the world.
Yeah.
So they have to travel throughout time from the beginning of their life towards the end of their life and the whole everything in between. And also kind of like the first movie, go back and get like Mozart and shit like that. And then come back and write the ultimate song.
Yeah.
Is what it is. So I'm down. I'm
That's
happy
cool.
they're making it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the ultimate sequel. How long has it been? 20-something years? 30 years?
Ridiculous.
I fucking love Bill and Ted 2, though. That movie, when I was a kid, freaked me out so bad. The first movie's a superior movie. There's no denying.
Yeah.
But that second one does so many weird fucking things.
Yeah. It was originally Bill and Ted Go to Hell.
Go to hell. That's
Yeah.
right, dude. And that scene with the bunny and the grandma trying to
Yeah.
kiss him and, like, all that imagery and playing
Yeah,
with
it's
the
fucked
seance and stuff, like, and what gets me is the robots when they take off. That still freaks me
Yeah.
out as a kid.
those robots really creep me out.
Oh my god, as a kid, I used to hide behind the couch and cry because I was so bothered. But I was like, no, no. That shit scared me so bad. Now it makes me a sick person where I'm like, I love that kind
Right.
of stuff.
Right. Scared in all the right
Fuck yeah,
ways.
dude.
I guess.
I was so down. These by Christmas, huh?
Yeah.
Are you fucking serious?
I like how you stopped reading.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm excited about
You're
that.
just like,
I want to
It's
see
gonna be
that.
fun.
By Christmas, huh?
Yeah. I've been a good boy, like you said.
Yeah, we've been good.
Okay, so Saban Films buys Kevin Smith's Jay and Silent Bob reboot. That's right, they've got backers for the movie, and they started filming this week.
Saban Films, didn't they do Power Rangers?
I thought they did too. That's why I kept getting confused by it. Are they?
I think they did the Power Rangers TV show.
So does that mean that Jay and Silent Bob are now in the Power Rangers universe?
I hope so.
God damn it. It would be so great if that was the third act of the movie.
Right.
Because I personally feel like every third act of every movie should be a giant robot Godzilla style.
Oh, yeah.
Every movie. Every movie. Every movie in the third act should have a giant monster battle.
Yeah, Still Magnolias would have been way fucking better to watch.
Who was in that movie? Julia
Roberts,
she
Sally
jumps
Field, Olivia
So they're having a
Dukakis,
moment where they're all crying about their dead husbands, and they're just like, I'm fucking out of here. And they get in there.
And the fucking Weezer comes out and
Oh
fights
my
the
God.
giant robot.
Oh, man, that would be
Take
awesome.
a whack at Weezer Boudreaux.
Hey everyone, it's just Duck jumping in here real quick to say thank you so much for checking out the podcast today. If you're enjoying it, please head over to your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, iTunes, and give We Are Podcast a like. And if you get a chance, head over to our social media. All links can be found in the description. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at /We Are Podcast. And if you're enjoying the podcast today, please share with your friends. It's the only way we can grow this network. With that said, back to the podcast. Well, also, Kevin Smith has announced this week that he's been working with Disney on a certain project. Have you heard what it is? Who said that?
That was me.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Howard the Duck.
It's Howard the
Netflix.
Duck.
Howard the Duck
Yeah.
television show.
That's crazy. And I kept saying I felt like he might be connected to the Guardians of the Galaxy in some way.
Yeah.
No,
or
it's
just
all connected.
Marvel in general. Why he's going into Disney?
No, but I don't know if it's going to be connected to the
MCU?
movie stuff. But
Or, yeah, is it going to be the
I think
one,
it has to be because
yeah,
he's in the MCU movies.
right, is it going to be the Seth Green Howard Duck?
I don't know.
Howard
That'd
the
be
Duck?
great if they had him voice him. There's no reason not
Like,
to.
just have the same character model, have Seth Green as it, and then do
Yeah.
the
That would be
do the
cool.
show like that.
Well, Dave Willis from Aqua Teen Hunger Force, the creator and the voice of
Yeah.
is also the producer on the show too. So it's Kevin Smith
That's
and
fucking
Dave
awesome.
Willis.
Oh, nice.
So hopefully, maybe it'll even be the same animation style. But if it's the same humor, that humor's been missing for about 10 years or so. I could see that coming back.
Right.
That would work. That'd be great. But yeah, that's our subject this week. I want to talk about the one, the only, Kevin Smith. We are about 1 year removed from Kevin Smith's massive heart attack. And the fact that he probably should have died last year. I think it was on the 25th of February. Okay.
Suffered the Widowmaker.
He had the Widowmaker. That's right. He had like almost 100% blockage.
100%.
100%. It was. Why'd you say it like that?
100%
blockage.
I feel like Tracy Flick when I said it. I feel like an asshole right
Yeah,
now.
no, it was February 25th, 2018 that he had the heart attack. And it really freaked me out whenever it happened. Now, I'm a huge fan of Kevin Smith. You guys know this. I can literally say Smodcast saved my life. It really legitimately did. So just wanted to talk about Kevin Smith a little bit this week and his films and what we thought about them and him as a person and just suck Kevin Smith's dick.
Yeah.
No, literally.
All right.
He's outside.
Come on, Kevin. Present it.
Yeah. So what was the first time you saw a Kevin Smith movie, Jake?
Clerks. Yeah, I saw it whenever it first came out on VHS. I'd heard about it, obviously. So I guess Mallrats is probably coming out in theaters around the same time. Actually, take that back.
Wasn't Mallrats before Clerks?
You're an idiot.
Yeah.
So
You
I
are
remember.
disqualified
Or
from
I
this
think
conversation.
timeline-wise, it's before Clerks.
I remember going and seeing a movie and seeing trailer for Mallrats, and I thought this looked fucking awesome. Looked fucking hilarious. And then started learning more about the guy. My older brother, he's 7 years older than me. He's a big Kevin Smith fan as well. He got Clerks for us to watch, and then we went and saw Mallrats. And then from there on, it was just every time a movie came out, we had to go fucking see it. But yeah, it was love at first sight, pretty much.
Right.
Like, the guy's a genius writer. It's funny. His stories are funny. The characters that he puts in his movies are funny. Jason Lee killed it as fucking Brody and Mallrats. Like, just all of it, man.
What was it about Clerks that you think really stuck with you? I know for me, what
Jay
it
and
is.
Silent Bob.
Jay and Silent Bob are
Yeah.
awesome. For me, it's they talk the way I talked.
Right.
And that's the biggest thing. And I came after Clerks. I really came into my own. Clerks was 95, I believe, and then later I found out who I was as a person. Yeah, I'm double checking the Hobbs. I'm almost positive it was 95. 94, my bad. Sorry about that. He gave a look. But they talk the way that I talk. And I heard myself cursing, swearing, cutting off sentences, talking, pop culture, the conversation about people working on the Death Star,
Yeah.
you know, just the the menial workers on there.
Man, I don't appreciate your ruse.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Stuff like that. Everything. Javi, what was your first experience with a Kevin Smith film?
Oh boy, I got into Kevin Smith pretty late. I think I was about 10, and I remember the first movie I saw was Chasing Amy, and I remember just thinking like, man, they're really fucking quick. It was like watching Gilmore Girls, but
Oh,
it was good.
Love Gilmore Girls.
yeah, that's a fucking really steep comparison.
yeah.
I'm not saying like content where quality was. I meant just like how fast they could roll off with these quips and just how quick they were. And they're just like on point. I really loved
Gilmore
it.
Girls was your go-to
Yeah, it
about
was your
quick
go-to.
quips?
Oh my god! Excuse me for fucking. I retract that statement.
All right, pick something else then.
I can't think of it.
So it's like Gilmore Girls. That's fine.
All right,
It's like One Tree Hill, my bad.
Made it a little bit better, yes. Have you watched that? That show's amazing. Javi, Chasing Amy, what was it about that movie that you really liked? Other than the finger cuffs. Come on, you guys.
Yeah.
No,
finger
that
cuffs.
for me that's not even it. It was like Jason Lee's character,
Banky.
Banky. I mean, he was just so fucking funny and just
Banky fucking Edwards.
Yep. And then, how about, that would be your first experience with Jay and Silent Bob, too.
yeah.
And actually, with Silent Bob talking most of that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember I just fell in love with that speech he had about Amy. Like I was like, ever since I've been chasing Amy.
Yep.
And for me, that's like
Dang.
the coolest scene ever.
Yeah.
So I would say my first experience was Dogma, because that was after I loved Good Will Hunting. I thought Good Will Hunting was the greatest thing I'd ever seen. I was probably 13 at the time it came out, like 98 or so, and I was excited because the two guys from Good Will Hunting were going to be in this movie they were filming in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was. Now, the actual first time I saw anything was Mallrats, and I caught it on like TBS or something like that. Maybe it had to have been HBO or Skinamax because it was the 3 nipple scene.
Yeah.
From Mallrats. And I was young enough to be like, ooh, boobies. Wait, nipples? They're like, oh, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
So I really liked that. I thought it was funny. I thought all the characterizations were funny. But I was super pumped about Dogma because I was going through a time in my life where I was questioning my religious beliefs. I liked the actors from those movies, and it was filming in Pittsburgh. So I was super fucking pumped.
Yeah.
And I wanted to go, I used to get on ain'titcool.com every day.
Moviepoopshoot.com.
Moviepoopshoot.com, that's right. And I used to get on every day, and they said that there was a casting call, and I really wanted to go to it to be in the movie, but
Yeah.
I wasn't old enough to do it. But I totally got bong. But yeah, I was super pumped. And then I've also told the story before, and if you guys want to rehear it, about how I went on a gay date. I didn't realize I'm a little bit embarrassed saying it. It's on our Terror Drone video on the Let's Play on YouTube. But yeah, I went on a gay date with a guy, and I didn't realize it until maybe
Oh, it
years
was a
later.
gay date. I was.
I didn't realize it 2 years later, dude. He took me on a gay date. He tricked me into it. I was just like, oh.
Why are you gonna make it seem like the homosexuals being all shady and shisty?
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
dude,
he
he
just
was.
wanted to be your friend.
He was. No. He tried to kiss
Are
me.
you that much gay bait that no gay man can resist
No.
want to tap that ass?
Oh, you don't know, dude. The
Yeah,
gays
man,
get
on the
around
gay
me and they're
date.
just like, oh. You know it.
It's not the only gay baiting that was going
Oh,
on.
dude. Yeah. And Andy jerked me off before I got out of the car, so I'm pretty sure it was a gay date.
Oh, wow. Did you abduct his daughter after the fact? What the fuck?
Were you just like, hey, Bill, I can use a release.
So good. That was awesome. The View Askew, verse was a series of movies
View-Askewniverse.
he made that had Jay and Silent Bob in them. Started with Clerks. Second was Mallrats. Third was Chasing Amy. Fourth, Dogma. Then we got Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. Then we get, I think we skipped that. He did Jersey after
Girl.
that. And then he came back and did Clerks 2 after that.
Wait. So Jersey Girl's part of the View Askew universe?
No.
No. He filmed that, and it didn't do so well. And then he came back and did Clerks 2. Literally, the documentary for Clerks 2 is called Going Back to the Well.
Yep.
Because that's what he felt like he did. Clerks 2 is amazing, though.
Yeah,
it's a great movie.
It is.
Out of those...
Do you think it might be his magnum opus?
Clerks 2?
I think he's got
Well,
one more.
he's still
one
got
more.
he's still got time to go. But
I think Dogma is. I really do.
Dogma,
I think
yeah.
Dogma is the best film
I
he ever
agree.
made.
I'll agree with that.
What do you think, Javi?
I
Well-
go with Chasing Amy.
I
good.
gotta tie Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back just for the comedic reasons alone. But I gotta tie it with Clerks.
I
and
appreciate it much more now than I did when I was younger. I really do.
Dogma's on a different level than Clerks 2 and Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
I would say...
I like the more serious tone in Dogma.
Mm-hmm.
And it has the most
It
badass
plays
line
well.
ever.
Yeah.
It's like, I've seen what happens to the Prowler when they take on the throne. Look, I still get goosebumps just thinking about that fucking line.
You can't be anal retentive unless you have an anus.
You know the nun that they're talking to at the beginning of the movie is the lady who was in Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, who played the girl who always talks to Daniel
that
Tiger.
somewhere. I thought I'm not sure.
Like she played Lady Fairchild, I think, or maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fucking crazy. And then she's in this new horror movie that they're making right now.
Called The
Kilroy was here.
Okay. Back to Dogma, though. Just want to mention it. The fucking scene where they confront everybody at movies.
I was just thinking about that.
That is like
dude.
one of the fucking best scenes
When they go in
ever.
with the
That
little
is
onion
son,
man.
you sick
With
son of
a
a bitch.
10-year-old boy.
Yeah. Everything about that scene is a fucking amazing. He's got the little onion guy and talking about the voodoo and shit like that. So good.
Yeah, but whenever Ben Affleck gets up and starts fucking going off on what all of them have done.
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
Those guys
Great.
were like at the height of what they were doing at that time. And they haven't done a movie together since then, I don't think. They did Good Will Hunting. Then they did that.
Jay and Silent Bob Strike
They were
Back.
in Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back
And
as
Jersey Girl.
themselves. But not together.
They were in the same scene together.
Oh, okay. My bad. I apologize, Javi.
I'm just saying.
There you go.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because Matt Damon's all Marvel now and Ben Affleck is all DC.
Well, it's weird because he's in Deadpool and he's in Thor Ragnarok.
Thor Ragnarok, yeah.
He's playing these characters. That's what I said. He should be the new Batman.
They're
Just
right.
really fuck
Just
with him.
kind of, yeah. Fuck you. They should get the puppet Matt Damon from Team America to be
Matt Damon.
Batman.
That's fucking, and dude, Matt Damon must be a cool guy because he
Matt
thinks that's
Damon.
cool.
Oh my
Matt-
God, it's
Matt
right fucking
Damon.
there.
Holy
Jesus
shit, it is.
Christ.
It's way better. So Kevin Smith went off. Then he did Zack Mayer Make a Porno, which is basically him trying to do a Judd Apatow movie.
And
Yeah.
it was fucking great.
It was great, but
I like it.
Didn't, there were times where I had to remember that. Oh wait, this is Kevin Smith movie, not Judd Apatow.
It was filmed in Monroeville, Pennsylvania, and I went to Monroeville Mall to watch that movie when it came out because I was super pumped.
Shout out to Monroeville. We give a lot of shout outs to that on here.
And also, I have a friend who's in that movie too. He's in the background of the class reunion scene.
Oh, okay.
And he's kicking it. He's talking to two chicks in the background. He's playing with his tie and stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to see him in it.
He's a white guy.
Yeah,
I think I may have seen him.
Yeah, he's a white guy.
I think I know which one. Honestly, I think I know which one you're talking about. Also, though, like in the background scene, he's like,
Yeah, he's playing with his tie,
Yeah,
talking to the
to
girls in the
girls.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Johnny Nunya. That movie I was super pumped about. Then after that, what did he do after that movie? Red State. Oh, fucking
Red
right.
State was fucking
Red
dope.
State. Now that might be Kevin Smith's magnum opus. Red State.
I love the movie. It's not what you expect at all.
No, it's Coen Brothers meets Tarantino.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it
And the
is.
twist it takes, man.
It's like 3 different fucking movies.
Well, so I mean, for those of you who aren't keen on Kevin Smith, he's talking about writing the movie. He had a different ending for the movie. So if you've seen Red State, you know at the very end you hear the trumpets that sound like the trumpets of the apocalypse.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, the members of the Westboro Baptist Church, which this is loosely based on, obviously, come out celebrating that the end of times are here.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's Michael Parks just
yeah,
acting up.
Michael
a
Parks
motherfucker.
eating up all the scenery.
R.I.P.
Yeah, fucking bad motherfucker. But Kevin Smith originally was going to have a giant Archangel Michael come down with a big sickle and fucking kill Fred Phelps or whoever the fuck he's playing in that. And he just comes sliding off the sickle, and the angel looks at John Goodman and goes, shh, and just flies away.
it was the
at
apocalypse.
end, like, and that was the end of the fucking movie.
And it would have cost too much. That's why they didn't do it.
the CGI alone
And I
would
was
have
just
been
thinking
more
about
than
that was
the
kinda
fucking
like-
budget of the movie.
That kind of started the renaissance of John Goodman was Red State.
I mean, Cohen's started John Goodman.
Wait, which one?
Roseanne really started.
I mean, his renaissance, like him, like he was away for a long time. I remember that was like the first movie I've seen him in since like Big Lebowski.
He's always been
Hey,
playing big parts.
what about Oh Brother Where Art Thou?
Yeah, I
That
was
was-
gonna say that was really.
Was that after
kicking.
Big
That
Lebowski?
was after Big.
Well, I know he had like a good run in the '90s and shit, but I hadn't.
And then he was
Oh, dude,
inside
dude.
Llewyn Davis.
Yeah, dude.
But
he's
that
been-
was after Red State.
Yeah.
My favorite John Goodman performance is the movie Fallen with Denzel.
Oh, yeah,
Washington.
he was amazing in
At
that.
the end of
But
that,
that's you're hard pressed to beat Walter Sobchak. That's his best fucking role.
I don't
That
know,
really
man.
is.
I kind of like Dan Connor a lot. Like, I'm not a
Yeah,
super huge Roseanne fan, but like Dan Connor is the shit. Like, he kills it.
I
Well,
like
that's
him
why-
as the coach in Revenge of the Nerds.
Well, that's why that's why Kevin Smith cast him in Red State because of
He's a
Roseanne.
huge Roseanne
huge
fan,
Roseanne
yeah.
fan, and he wanted to see John Goodman in the movie, and he's really, really good in that fucking movie.
Yeah, yes.
After that, he kind of took a break because he had what they call a mental breakdown, which isn't what he had. But basically, he went out and took Red State on tour because Kevin Smith has been doing tours forever. There's a series of documentary films, I guess you could call them, where he basically does stand-up, but it's Q&A. It's called An Evening with Kevin Smith 1, 2, and 3. If you ever get a chance, just go online and YouTube The Evening with. You can see a man becoming a comedian.
Evening Herder and Threevening.
Oh, it's so good, dude. And the first one, he does a story, 2 stories. He does a story about Superman Lives.
Fucking great.
Or Death of Superman. Which was it?
But Death of Superman
Death
Lives.
of Superman.
Well, I mean, Superman Lives, how he got hired on to rewrite that because he went through a series of Q&As with Warner higher-ups asking them, well, they were trying to get him to rewrite the movie.
Yeah, he kept going in. They kept inviting him back into the
they're
movie.
like, well, tell him what you said.
Yeah.
Tell him what you tell us about the movie, how it sucks.
And then so eventually they gave him the job, and it's a story how he worked with John Peters, the producer, and made the script for the movie. And we can't do it, dude. You just have to go watch it.
That's what I was going to say also, how you said every act should end with a monster fight, every third act. He needs to have a giant spider at the end of Jay and Silent Bob reboot as like a fucking...
Oh, dude, that's genius.
Right?
We need to tell him that. That would be awesome. The giant metal spider comes in. Holy fuck. There's also the other thing that's on that I love is the story about his interaction with Prince.
The Prince documentary.
The Prince documentary. Fuck. So good.
So good.
Also, later on, he starts talking about Bruce Willis, but what you see is over time, you see a man who's starting to find his way and his voice. And I started watching those documentaries over and over again because he was such a good storyteller.
I can still watch him to this day. I've already seen it a million fucking times, and I still can watch it and laugh.
And this is how he learned his craft. He literally learned stand-up comedy by doing these Q&As at colleges because he started by doing them for free. Then he found out he could get paid for it. Then he honed his skills by telling the same stories over and over again, making people laugh. Once he found weed, that changed everything. And he started smoking weed while working at the end of Zack and Miri. He smoked it with the god of cannabis, as I like to think of him now, Seth Rogen. Got him high. Yeah. And it changed his life. And you can look at me. No, he literally, once he started smoking weed, you can hear it. If you listen to the first 50 Smodcasts, and you go to like Smodcast 50 after Zack and Miri came out and kind of bombed, you hear him become a stoner. His career changes completely, and his personality changes completely, and his work changed too. So, have you guys ever listened to any of the Smodcast?
Yeah, well, I've listened to the entire Tusk pitch.
Right, with Scott Mosier.
Series. I guess that would span across 2. Or was it just 1?
It was 1, but you can hear throughout him talking, and
he
can talks himself into making the movie.
Yeah, it's like 2 hours long or something.
It's a very long one.
Yeah, it's a long one. I remember listening to that. The one that I got into whenever they first started doing it was Jay and Silent Bob Get Old.
Right.
It was pretty much just Jason Mewes talking about his troubled past and how he got into drugs and all the shit that he's been through now. And but it's like chronological from the beginning all the way up until the point that he got clean. Right. Pretty much, if I remember correctly.
No, that's exactly what it is.
Listen to it.
The podcast, they made it to help keep him clean. And
right, because Kevin was already doing Smodcast, and he was doing another one, I think, at the time. I think he was doing 2. And
he created a podcast theater in California called Smodcast. So it would fit like 50 to 100 people. Just a small theater. And they go record Smodcast, Hollywood Babylon with Ralph Garman. Yeah. Ralph
Garman's the shit.
He's the shit. And then Jay and Silent Bob Get Old.
Take your hat off, boy. That's $1 bill.
Fucking love Ralph Garman. And he started doing this, but that podcast is great because it has helped him stay sober.
Yes.
Up until he had his daughter, and now that's what kind of keeps him sober. They point
that, and now it's Fortnite.
Yeah, that and Legos.
I felt like Smith threatened
him. He's got Jason Mewes has a new live video every day on Facebook where he's playing Fortnite, and he just plays for like 2 hours.
I thought Kevin Smith told me, he was like, listen, if you fall back, I'm never going to work with you again.
He did, and he actually did do that. He kept his word on it.
Except for he did it a couple of times, but this time was the last time, and this time it stuck, I think.
He's been sober for, I think, 7 or 8 years now.
Damn.
And because he relapsed. Like, if you listen to Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, you can hear the whole story from the very beginning.
Yeah.
And you can hear, once again, a comedian...
Jay and Silent Bob Get Old.
Oh, my bad.
You're good.
You can hear a comedian finding his voice, and he really does find his voice within that. So if you're interested in becoming a comedian, highly suggest that. You can start from the beginning and kind of hear it.
Or... if you have drug issues, if you need some help, listen to this shit also. That can change your whole fucking shit. And this helped Jason Mewes in a way that he kind of took a beat from Kevin Smith, and he goes out and does live talking performances now. He was just at the Improv in August. I saw him. It was fucking amazing. Yeah. He held the room for an hour and 15 minutes, which it was crazy because, you go to see it and you're not thinking it's going to be a stand-up or anything. You know kind of what you're getting into. But no, he held the room. He had some good chuckles. It was well put together.
He's got a lot of charisma.
Kept talking, yeah.
He's always got the charisma, but he's able to talk now.
It's really good.
He holds that whole podcast together pretty much at this point.
Yeah.
Hollywood Babylon's the other one, and I know we kind of went from the movies to his podcast, but that's the thing. He has a podcast empire now where he has all these with 5 different shows because now he has Smodcast. He has Fat Man Beyond now.
Beyond.
With Mark Bernard.
Used to be Fat Man and Batman. Fat Man on Batman.
Fat Man on Batman, but they changed it because he lost all of his weight, and we should mention that too. His heart attack. Since he's had that, he dropped over 50 pounds, I think.
He's dropped 100.
Dude's down to like ridiculous. 198 pounds right now.
He's fucking trim.
That's nuts. Like, I want to go vegan if that's what it's going to be. Like, are you kidding me? Like, actually,
I did take a heart attack from him.
Yeah, I'm good on that part. I don't want that part. I'm good. He's got Hollywood Babylon, Jane Silent Bob Get Old, Tossed Salad and Scrambled Eggs, which is his Fraser podcast, which he does with Matt Myra. And then he had one more there for a while, but I can't remember what it was. Oh, Edumacation with Andy McAlfresh. So anyhow, I want to tell you guys the story of why I love him so much and why he helped me, okay? When I was living in Pennsylvania, and also this ties into why I could never really listen to Jay and Silent Bob Get Old, because Jay Muse talking about his heroin addiction was a trigger for me because I dated somebody before I moved here that was a very bad person. And this person was a heroin addict. And before I moved to Texas, I should say one of the reasons I moved to Texas was to get as far away from her as possible because I would have never gotten away from her. She would have been able to drag me back in over and over again. I myself was not addicted to it, but I was addicted to her. And one day I came home and we lived in a house with her ex-boyfriend, who she was 10 years older, who went to jail when she was 13 because they were in a relationship and he was 23.
Oh, shit.
And he got out of jail and he moved back into that house. And with her brother who had raped her entire life. And her crazy-ass mother and about 50 cats. And I did not like
this. You raped the cats, too?
Yeah. Everyone raped the cats, too. No. So it was a very bad situation, and I'd had enough of it. And the day before that, not only did she relapse on heroin, she cheated on me quite a bit. And she was just a bad person all around. And she was in the car, and I was just driving back to the house, and I was just like, man, it's stressful, but I like being with this girl. And she turns to me and she goes, hey, all the bad things I do to you I don't feel bad about, right? And I was like
that.
Yeah, just like all the bad things I do I don't feel bad about. And I was like, why would she say that to me? Well, she was a sociopath. She's crazy. And it hit me. I was like, shit, that's true. And I was begging her. I was like, we got to get out of it. You're never going to get better if we keep living in this situation. I can't continue to live in this situation, but I want to be with you. Let's just move out. I've got the money. Let's go. Get a place. I'll never leave this house. I'll never leave my family. I can't. You talk about all the time how you hate these fucking people, but you don't want to move out. And so that night I made the decision. I was not going to put up with it anymore. And she called me that night. She goes, he pulled a knife on me and tried to rape me again. This was her brother. And I was just like, at this point, I went through so much shit with her and this shit over and over again. I was just like, I don't want to do this anymore, especially for somebody who doesn't feel bad.
Right.
And she's lying. And that's point blank what she was doing. She was lying to me. And so the next day, I packed up my shit. And actually, that night, I called my buddy Ben, and I was like, dude, can I move to Texas? I've got the money. He goes, yeah. I was like, okay. So the next day, I packed up my shit and moved out. And then within 2 weeks, I had moved to Texas.
That's awesome.
And the reason,
it sucks, but it's awesome.
The reason I did that, though, and made that decision is I was listening to a podcast the day before. It was a Hollywood Babylon. And they kept talking about if you want to do things with your life, you just need to do them. You need to stop taking care of people who are not good people. You need to stop focusing on negative. And you need to stop listening to the people who say, why? Because everyone will say why. Why do you want to do this? Why do you want to do that? Why? They said surround yourself with people who say why not. And if you can surround yourself with people who say why not, you'll go far in life. And I was surrounded by people who always said why, or had a negative outlook, or were involved in terrible things. And being a person who wanted to take care of a person who was involved with that, it was bringing me down. But hearing that, why not? I would never move to Texas. There was no reason to. That's 1 billion miles away. There's nothing there to do. The one time I had a chance, and I heard why not for my friend? I was like, can I move to Texas? Yeah, why not? Boom.
Was Ben already here?
Yes,
Awesome.
he was. But Kevin Smith, by saying that over and over again, that slowly sunk in that positive
Right
outlook.
time, right place,
And
right.
all the negativity that surrounded me, the only positive voice I had was not my own. It was Kevin Smith in my earbuds every day telling me something positive through Smodcast or through Hollywood Babylon and changing my life and changing my outlook.
That's awesome.
So that's why I love Kevin Smith, and that's why he's one of my heroes.
You're awesome, Kevin Smith.
Yes.
Yes, Kevin Smith.
Yeah,
You
so
should
that's
are.
why I kind of want to talk to him and blow him, like I said, and just be grateful that he's here 1 year later. Even this change that I made this last year, I was a little bit because of his, pretty much after his heart attack, I started taking care of myself again. I stopped just letting myself go because I was letting myself go pretty bad. And I was like, man, I really got to do that. In the last year, I've lost at least 70 pounds, I think, 50, 70 pounds. I quit smoking. Got away from another terrible relationship, but that's another story. And just really came out on the other side. So
It's awesome.
the man's a cool catalyst for me.
Yep.
He is.
You guys, I don't know. I went on a little tangent there.
No, that was great.
But for me, he represents hope in a dark place. And also not giving a fuck what people think about you. Because he doesn't give a fuck what people think about him. He used to.
Right.
He used to fight with his critics all the time, but not anymore.
Yeah, he doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
For
you, what does he represent?
he seems relatable. You know, everything that he says I pretty much agree with right off the bat. I don't know, he makes me giggle. Like, I know he's important for what he is in our community of
the nerd
nerds.
community,
Yeah, he's
absolutely.
a very important person. Like, he stands up for
Nerd culture,
yeah,
pop culture.
everything else.
He's done it since day
he's
one.
just seems like a genuine, real fucking person. Somebody you could just sit down and fucking BS with. And I
Right.
know that's everything that I've heard about him. Also, anytime people go to do a meet and greet, he'll spend like 15 minutes talking to somebody, and the people are trying to move him in the line, and Kevin's telling everybody else, like, hey, hold the fuck up, I'm talking to this fucking person
Right.
about this Flash episode that I did or whatever. Like, but just down to earth, genuine person. Love to hear him talk. He's a very great storyteller. Like, I mean, the guy has a way with words. And I'm happy for the effects that he's had on my friend's life also.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you telling us that just further solidifies what a fucking,
Impact he has.
what a good person he is in my heart also.
Just that positive message he always has. You know, there's never negativity in a lot of what he says. He just always finds that way to build other people up, especially creatives.
Yeah.
You know, he's.
Oh, yeah.
For you, Hobbs, has Kevin Smith ever brought anything to your table?
He instilled, I don't know why, but I have this real good sense of pride about being from Jersey and actually calling Jersey my home.
There you go.
And it's because of him. I remember, like, my last year in Jersey, me and my brother, we went to every location that he filmed for those movies in Jersey. We went to
Really?
the hockey rink where they had the fight outside the hockey stadium.
Dope.
I forgot where else. We went to Leonardo, to the Quick Stop.
Yeah, you went to the Quick Stop?
Yes.
You've been to the Quick Stop?
Yes, I
May
have.
touch you?
You may touch me.
All right.
Kiss the rings,
Oh, dear Lord. So what was a Quick Stop like? Just a Quick Stop?
It was just a regular Quick Stop.
Did you get a picture outside in a trench coat? With a,
We didn't have cell phones, so we're like, oh, let's get a selfie. Nothing like that.
yeah.
I was just sure. I've also been to the Secret Stash because I live 20 minutes away from Red Bank.
Red Bank.
Yeah? Did
Yeah.
you meet Walt Flanagan?
No, I think those guys are only there for filming during the show. They have like a whole different set of crew. They have a whole different set of people there. I guess just regular cashiers and shit.
Yeah. That's a great show, though.
It is a great show.
If you've never checked it out before. And the podcast...
Jay got me a shirt from there.
Yeah, from the Secret Stash, that's what he said. Yeah, that's fucking awesome, dude. I'd like to go.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, also, I actually have my name in the credits of Clerks too.
Explain.
Because they were doing this thing on MySpace to promote it back. This is like, oh my god, MySpace was still around.
Yeah.
And if you
dude,
sign-
don't diss on MySpace. MySpace
I'm
got me
not-
wicked fucking laid back in the day.
But in MySpace, they had this thing like, oh, if you sign this petition, we'll put your name in the credits. So my brother did his account, I did my account, and we both waited till after the credits. Dude, that MySpace list was insane. It was like that wide. And me and my brother had to wait
Are
like...
we in it? Did I
like-
do that? Did you do it?
I didn't do it.
And me and my brother had to wait 10 minutes, and there it goes. I see my username, Kakapoopoo-Peepee-Shire, in the credits.
Caca poo poo.
Dude, I think I saw that. Because it's so much fun to say. Kakapoopee. We're changing the name. What is it? Kakapoopee-Peepee?
Kakapoopoo-Peepee-Shire.
That's awesome, dude. So you have the best hidden joke in the movie. You're a fucking genius, dude.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're not a fan of Kevin Smith, you probably haven't listened to this podcast. But those are our reasons. Those are the reasons for liking Kevin Smith.
Imagine.
I really do. I love Kevin Smith, and I'm so happy that I have friends who appreciate his work too. And once again, Kevin, you're probably never going to hear this, but we're so fucking happy you're still with us.
I want to email him this episode when you get done editing.
Yeah,
seriously.
But listen, I'm fucking pumped. Like, he's still with us. He's still going to be making movies. That he's still going to be putting out that positive content. And if you don't listen to Smodcast, definitely give it a listen, especially the early stuff. Holy shit, some of it's genius. The Smodimations.
When they're talking about the whole Harry Potter shit.
So good.
Yeah.
If you like Harry Potter and you like Kevin Smith, listen to any of Harry Scotter episodes.
Yeah.
They are some of the funniest fucking episodes of Smodcast they put out. Smorpheus is also a really good one. Anytime he has Malcolm on, who is his gay bear of a best friend.
Oh, I fucking love his stories about Malcolm.
Hilarious. So just go check out that stuff. And also check out more podcasts from us. You can find us on Podbean, on Spotify, iTunes, Android
Stitcher.
Music. That's why I listen to it on Stitcher all the time. Also, if you want to join our Facebook group, We Are Error.
We Are Error.
Also, you can send us an email at quackattack5000@gmail.com.
And nudes.
Please, send nudes, yeah.
Chicks, dudes.
We don't discriminate.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Just send nudes.
Just send nudes.
All
for
nudes?
anybody.
We're just going to be getting dick pics left and right.
I don't want to see tank pictures, alright?
Even better, take the picture you find of Javi online and Photoshop a dick in his mouth.
Ooh,
Please don't.
Yes. Actually, in fact,
take every picture of a dick you can find and photoshops Javi's head as the dick head.
With a dick in its mouth.
With a dick in its mouth.
Ah, that would be awesome.
Fucking dickception. Wait. Penisception. Wait.
Yo, this has been Duck. I've been here with
Jake.
And here with
Javi.
And thank you so much for listening again. Have a good week. Good night. And there it is. Thank you so much for checking out the podcast today. If you have enjoyed it, please do not forget, share with your friends. That is how we grow the network. And if this is your first time listening, head over to your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, iTunes, and give We Are Podcast a like. And if you've enjoyed this podcast, you're going to love the other podcast here on the We Are Podcast Network. We have We Are Bagu, a video game podcast featuring me and Dr. Ethan Eastwood. That's where we talk Atari to Steam and everything in between. Don't forget Heroes Gyros, a Dungeons and Distraction side quest. Me and the boys were sitting down, we're playing some D&D, we're having so much fun. You can go and start that from the beginning of the journey, Season 1, Episode 1. You're going to love it all the way through. And finally, I hate being sober. Personal stories from epic people. I'm going to sit down with some of the most epic people I've ever met in this world, and we're going to talk about their life, we're going to talk about their trials and tribulations, and we're just going to talk about their journey this far. Head on over to our social media. All links can be found in the description. You can find us at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at /WeArePodcast. Also, head over to the Facebook group, We Are Error. We would love to see you in that group. And don't forget, if you've enjoyed the podcast today, share it with your friends. That's the only way we can grow this network. With that said, do not forget, support local comedy in any way that you can. We really do appreciate it. We'll see you next time.